Good morning. In behalf of my family and friends, I would like to extend our deepest condolences to John and family. We're praying that the pain of losing a loved one, especially John, will ease as time goes on. But I know the scar from that one will always be there. My heart is broken once again. I'm still trying to pick up the pieces and mend my broken heart after my mom passed away last month. But now, it's all shattered once again. Sometimes I wish we can be like a radio, that we can switch our brain on and off. Turn it on when we want to listen to beautiful music that makes us happy, and turn it off when we feel the pain. Sometimes the pain is so unbearable that we just want to sleep for a very long time, hoping that when we wake up, the pain is totally gone. But unfortunately, that is not the case as much as we want it to be. Feeling the pain is part of being human and makes us realize that if you have so much pain for losing someone, meaning to say, you lose someone you love and who is very dear to your heart. What is a friend? For us, it is really a vague question that sounds very easy to answer, but in reality, it is not. For me, a friend is not just someone you met in the street or in a hallway and said hi to you. You may meet a lot of people in your life, be it at work, the gym, school, or anywhere else. But do you really call all of them a friend? An associate, maybe yes. But a true friend is really a special gift from God. A true friend is really an extension of yourself. Someone you're very comfortable with, and you know who is always there for you during ups and downs, but most especially when you hit a bumpy road of your life and when the time is going rough. So if you're lucky to find a true friend in your life, you know you're going to keep that friend inside your heart forever. Be thankful to God for that friend. Flor is a picture of not only a friend, but a true friend in the real meaning of it. I may not know Flor 100%, but I know we're very close enough to understand the language of what a true friend is. We hang out whenever we can, normally with our other good friends, and just try to catch up with each other's lives. However, Jan probably doesn't know about this. She was always ready to leave at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because she said that Jan will be home soon from work and she needs to still cook and do other stuff for Jan. She was always worried about Jan's well-being. Her life revolved around Jan, and we witnessed her unquestionable care and loyalty to Jan. Jan meant the world to her. Flora is one of the best persons I've ever known in my life, and I count myself fortunate enough to know her. She's quite good, kind, and very generous person. She's always doing what a good Christian does, trying to follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. In her own quiet time, she loved to read the Bible or any religious items and pray in the rosary daily. And she had those items with her until her last breath. I witnessed how much Flor suffered on her last days, that sometimes Anna and I couldn't help but shed tears in front of her every time we visited her at the hospital. But Flor, as thoughtful and sensitive to our feelings as she was, told us not to cry. Even on her sufferings, she still didn't want to feel sorry for her. She told me it's God's will. I told her that I was very happy to see her holding up to God despite her suffering that was so unbearable to watch at times. One thing that we will never forget about Flor is her love of gardening. For those who know her, or how she loved to see her flowers and veggies growing and blooming that started in early spring to the end of summer. The front yard of her house was surrounded with beautiful and colorful flowers, and her porch was adorned with plants and beautiful hanging pots. But most of all, her whole backyard was planted with different kinds of vegetables. Every summer, my friends and I received tons of veggies from Flor and John, who drove around to drop those veggies to us. That was a very generous and thoughtful act of kindness. And that was Flor. She loved sharing and giving. Such a very generous heart. One thing that I want to share with you that I know I will always remember is her sense of humor. Just 3 days before she was gone, Anna and I went to visit her again in the hospital. Honestly speaking, Anna and I are not a good team when we get together in a situation like that because we kept on elbowing each other not to cry in front of Flor, but we still did. We just couldn't help it watching Flor like that. Upon seeing our sad face again, Flor smiled and suddenly sang that goes, "Kumusta higala, kumusta kanimo, magsayaw magkanta, malipayon kita," which means, "How are you, my dear friends? How are you today? We will dance, we will sing. We are happy today." We used to sing that song during our primary school. We all laughed after that, and that lightened up our spirit. That was a good moment. One last thing that I want to share with you all is this one. This may sound a little political, but I'm sure Flor will smile once I share this with you. About 2 hours before she was gone, although she was already too weak to move and open her eyes, Anna and I were holding each of her hands and just kept on talking to her. Suddenly, Anna said, "Flor, wake up. Let's go, trump, trump, trump." It was such a miracle that Flor opened her eyes, half open, and managed to smile. Little did we know, that was the last smile that she shared with us. Before I forget, I want to specially mention and acknowledge Ted and Anna, who were always there to help Flor whenever she needed help, especially when it pertains to her health issues. And I know that John and Flor are very thankful for both of them up to the end. As Flor said to me, Ted and Anna are 1 in a million. And I agree with that 100%. Flor, obviously we're not very happy that you're leaving us, but somehow we're happy that you're not suffering anymore, that you're free from pain and sorrow here on earth. We are going to surely miss you. There will be a missing void in our hearts that only you can fill the gap. But we have to be happy for you since we know that you're going to finally be with your mom and dad. We know that God will welcome you with open arms, surrounded with angels, and of course Jesus and Mother Mary, along with Padre Pio, your favorite saint. Thank you so much for being a good wife, sister, aunt, friend, and for for literally just a good and wonderful person that you are. You will always be in our hearts as we keep your memories with us forever. Rest in peace and continue your journey peacefully towards eternity. We love you, Flor, until we see each other again. Thank you.